Hello, everybody. I am Yetepia Tutsawa, and I thought I'd do this short introduction to my podcast before I start to do more. Now, if you look at my YouTube channel, you'll find that there are some videos already up there. But I thought I should just introduce myself. I've basically just popped on and started yabbering away. So I'd like to introduce myself and the purpose of what I do or what I'm doing in regards to YouTube. So I am Yatepia Tutsawa. I am a mother, a wife, a grandmother, a teacher, a daughter, an aunt, a sister, um, a penny in the neck when you get to know me. And I'm initiate. I'm a Dongbal initiate. My teacher is a true bona fide Dogon from West Africa, Burkina Faso, and he is running an organization called the Earth Center, of which I'm a part of. Now, within this, I have learned over the past few years, 2 years to speak about, but within the past few years, more than three, less than a dozen. Sorry, within the past 3 years, within the past few years, I have changed, grown, elevated, and become a different person. I have changed 180 degrees from who I was to who I am now, and I am still learning. I have been taught ancestral wisdom, understanding ancestral culture, and that has allowed me to be me. It has allowed me to understand myself better, to understand others better. It has aligned my thinking to think outside the box. And through this, being able to tap into the invisible, the other dimensions where my ancestors reside, where there's genies and deities and divinities, and other spirits. Not spirit as no, spirits that are involved in my elevation, evolution. I've come to the understanding that throughout the teachings I have received, that knowledge isn't knowledge until it's lived. So having this ancestral wisdom imparted on me, ancestral wisdom that has had to be kept secret, preserved, knowledge that is sacred, which has only now recently in the past few decades been allowed to be released into the West, and being a part of that right at the beginning, it's amazing. But having this knowledge is the first part. It's what I do with it. What do I do with it? Do I keep it to myself? Walk around, strut around like I'm a big somebody? No, don't do that. What I have chosen to do with this is to share it. But not to share it to just anybody and anybody. Anybody who wants to know, yes, not a problem. But I'm choosing to share it to those who are seeking, to those who have descendants. Because when we look out into the world, we are living in a mess. You see this, I see this, we all see this. Our ancestral culture didn't have wars the way we have it. It doesn't matter how old you are. Think about this. It doesn't matter how old you are. There has been a known war or many known wars in your life. You cannot go throughout life in this era without knowing about a war erupting somewhere in the world. Hundreds of thousands of people are dying every year. What I've been taught is that the ancestral culture, our ancestors, no matter who you are, whether you're black, white, Indian, purple, pink, blue, yellow, orange, doesn't matter. Color doesn't matter. What about ancestors? You think ancestors have a color? You think if I had, say, a Chinese ancestor somewhere, you think he's not going to talk to me because I am this color? That's not the case. This ancestral wisdom, this ancestral knowledge is for everybody. And it's time that we put our emotions down and start having a collective mindset. There's too much individualism, too much separation, too much division. Even the divisions that we have are now being divided. So it's time for us to grow. The podcasts that I will do, the videos that you'll see on my YouTube, take a look. They're only short, they're not long, but they are slowly giving you understanding of how our ancestors lived. They didn't grow up or be born into this world to work for McDonald's for £9.17 an hour. They were born in order to elevate the spirit. But not only that, our ancestors had a different mindset. As I said, they didn't come to work in whatever job is now present in the modern era. They understood that we are a part of nature. We don't live outside of it, we live within it. So we must appreciate and acknowledge nature. And nature isn't just about the trees and the animals and the birds and the bees and the fish and the birds in the sky. It's about the powers within nature. What makes the trees grow? What keeps us alive? It's about the spirits in the air, the intelligences in our food. So my job on this earth is to come to be the person that I was born to be. Not the person that is perceived that I am through my conditioning, through modern standards, through stereotypes and expectations. None of that was around before I was born for me. Now I'm here, how many decades later, only just realizing that I'm slowly becoming the person I was born to be. With that comes the responsibility of taking care of the non-material, because that's part of who I am, it's part of who we all are. We have a concept, or I've come across a concept in my teachings, that We are all born to die. Obviously, I mean, come on, we all die. It's something we can't get away from. It's something that we all have to cross over. You can't say, no, I'm not going to die. I'm going to try and live as long as possible. No, I'll do what I can to make sure I'm young. And I'm going to get plastic surgery. I'm going to take Botox and collagen in my lips and boob, implants and butt implants and all sorts of implants and cutting up and chopping up just to make yourself look better so you think you can live longer. Doesn't matter what you do to your body, you're going to die. Plain and simple. You think when this body's finished, nothing happens to the spirit. You think the spirit goes to sleep. How is it then you see your ancestors in your sleep? The small death that we all do every night, regardless if you can remember your dreams or not. We all go, or our spirit takes a journey when we sleep. We all tap into the non-material world. So we have access to it. Now, the problem lies is when you live in a society that denies that. It doesn't just deny you the access, but it makes sure that you are so distracted that you don't have time to take care of the most important aspect of your life, and that's you. Think about it. Where can you go and feel free to talk about the non-material? Where is it in the national curriculum for children that you are taught to be a better person, that you are taught how to get on with your neighbour, that you are taught about your emotions, because emotions don't think. Now, if you're constantly in a situation where you are emotional, what's going to happen? You can guarantee that in your life, all your regrets, all your disappointments, all of your downfalls are based on emotion. Am I right or am I right? Hello? Emotions can get you into so much trouble. But we live in a place that disregards that. Oh, you was emotional. I understand. You so angry you had to murder somebody. I understand. You so angry you had to stab up somebody because they stepped on your shoe. I understand. You want to identify as a chair? I understand. I'm going to try my hardest to, excuse me, I'm going to try my hardest to impart this knowledge onto the younger generation. As you can see, my hair's white. I'm not a spring chicken, but I'm going to try to give to the younger generation. And that is because they are the ones that are next. They are the ones who are to take care of the earth. They are the ones to take care of us. They are the ones to take care of the next generation. You know, the family structure is the most important aspect of a human being. Now, if you live in a society that continually breaks that concept of family, what hope is there for the future? The role of the man has been broken. The importance of the role of a woman has broken. The respect that children should have for the parents is all but gone. The respect we must have for the elders, the elders, the elderly, where's that? We don't even take care of them anymore. We put them in homes to be taken care of by strangers, and we don't know what the mindset of those strangers are. We don't know where their loyalties lie. But it's okay to put the elderly in the home. The elderly have more knowledge than we have. How dare we? But it's seen as normal. It's seen as this is what we do. This is our culture. What kind of culture is that? We're all going to get old. What are you looking forward to? So my job that I have imposed on myself is to talk, to talk to you, to have discussions with you, to allow you to um, think outside the box, to think about who you are, where you are, without the conditioning that you have. When you look in the mirror, who is it that you see? Whose eyes are you looking at yourself with? I'm going now. This was short and sweet. 16 minutes, 17 minutes. I wasn't expecting that long. When I do start, I do yabber on a bit. Well, I'm hoping to see you next time. And I am just signing off now. But I'm just starting. Don't know how long it's going to last, but I am just starting. And I'll speak to you soon.